So next we have some craft talks. You okay, Dick? One second. Holding. Okay, he says go ahead. So we have a couple of craft talks today, which are the other end of the journey that Peggy just started as a new member. That basically wraps up the new member requirements to earn a blue badge and move on in the club. So first up, I'd like to invite Kenneth to come on up, and I'm going to do a little interview with Kenneth here as his craft talk. Come on up. So Ken, who are you? What brought you to us?
What brought me to us? Oh, what brought me to you guys was the very first impression you guys gave me a long time ago when I came as a guest, and I was just a Rotary actor. And how do I join this club? And next thing you know, I was like, let me just age out of my Rotary club and continue the path of continuing to my community.
Excellent. So I know you have one particularly huge passion. We'll come to that. But tell us about your path in Rotary. I know you started with Rotaract, is that right?
I did.
And which club?
It was the Lost Coast Rotaract, which is still standing today.
Yeah. And I think you brought Matt last week, the incoming president. So good to see you. Are you at some level involved in both at this time?
Now, as of a couple of weeks ago, yes, they overrode the rule, the age limit.
Okay.
So now I'm a Rotaractor and a Rotary member.
Well done. You told me last week that you have a new challenge coming up. You want to tell us a little bit about what that's about?
Yes, I am moving to Denver, Colorado. I got a job offer to be a HR manager there, and I'll be starting in 2 weeks. So next Friday is my last Friday here in Humboldt County.
I know, right? That's what I said too. He heard that. Congratulations. That's a huge change. Different state, different job, and we're going to miss you being here physically. But Ken has told me that he'd still like to be a member of the club, so we're working on that as well. What does that look like? Yeah, just got the blue badge. What do you do currently at work? Who got you that opportunity?
I do a lot of things. Like one example for COVID, I got out of 570 team members, 500 of them were registered with at least the first vaccine of COVID, and also the flu shot as well.
Awesome.
And I also take care of background checks, hiring team members, and make sure all the laws are in place within the company and whatnot, and stay above water for company inspections.
And you said about 500 people that report to you in HR?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big crew. I can tell you that.
Payroll, so it's not the easiest job in the world, but it's a lot of fun.
And this is still at Sun Valley?
Yes.
Yeah.
And no 2 days are ever the same in HR.
Excellent. No, no, they're not. So tell us about your biggest passion in life.
One of them is definitely running. Ever since I was probably 5 years old or so, my house used to be right on the course of the LA Marathon, and I always see the Olympic runners just running like and making it look easy. Like I want to be one of those guys one day. And next thing you know, it became a realistic path. Working really hard, day in, day out. In high school, my dream was to run to college, and I saw the statistics at the time. It was within the 2.8% of athletes in the whole nation to make it to NCAA, and I was part of that. And to achieve it, I was running with my brother, pacing on the bike, like late at night in the ghetto of downtown LA. This is for the theme. Like you hear a couple of gunshots in the background, just keep following the dream. Like everything's gonna be okay. And next thing you know, you see the Boston medal right there. And I'm also being interviewed in Boston. I was one of the top finishers for the Boston Marathon. And and still currently ranked in the top 2% in the nation.
If you follow Kenneth on social media, basically he's out there at the hours and nobody else is awake, working hard to maintain that. And my legs are shaking just thinking of running after somebody on a bike. Wow. Tell us a little bit about yourself in general. How'd you end up here in Arcata with us, and about your family, and what's been going on for you up to this point?
I am a first generation student, or first generation American. My family is from Spain and Salvador, and it was always a dream to just continue learning and reading. It was ever since I was 4 or 5 years old. I was wanting a book, and I always saw kids walking with their backpacks. Like, I want to be one of those guys. And almost every summer until like graduation from high school, I never had like a real summer. I've always volunteered at school, tutoring or being a TA. And it's always been a passion of mine to just keep on learning no matter what the subject is. And the first dream of it was when I graduated in 2009. And that photo above is when I was in kindergarten. And the photo below is when I graduated and fulfilled my dream of graduating college here at Humboldt State, which is now called Humboldt. So that was the second time I graduated college. The first one was Santa Monica College, but my real dream was the actual BA. And at the time, I had a handlebar mustache, and you can see a little Pikachu there, and the very shoulder of mine there. The reason why I have Pikachu there is I'm a big Pokemon fan. Not a lot of people know that. And Pokemon's what got me, what I like to tell my friends as a joke, that it kept me out of the streets, it kept me out of trouble, and it also allowed me to fulfill the challenges that I wanted to fulfill. And as you see in the PowerPoint, there's a couple of achievements I have listed there. Athlete of the Year, 2 times in Santa Monica College. Most valuable player for, even though we're runners, we're not really players, but most valuable team member for cross country, track and field. Bubba's S list for here at Humboldt State. Athlete of the Week at Humboldt State, which is not high quality. And then this just goes on. I couldn't put it all in the PowerPoint.
Thank you. So what inspires you to keep volunteering?
I just love seeing people's reactions and just hearing the giant thank you. So this photo here is me coaching Humboldt Eureka High School. I received a call from a former coach, Scott Pesh, and I thought he was gonna give me a call to because I'm in his network connection to getting volunteers. Like, okay, I'll be happy to volunteer. And he's like, come over and we could discuss over a beer. And he tells me there's an opening for coaching Eureka High School, the distance team. And I just said yes immediately. And each one of these students here is literally the definition of the runner's high. They just did exactly what I wanted them to do. And I was teaching them the short-term goals, long-term goals, and how to achieve that while having fun. And just seeing them succeed is my paycheck, so to speak.
Excellent. I really appreciate you coming up to speak today. It's good to get to everybody to know you a little bit better. Unfortunately, Nick is out today, our Sergeant at Arms, so your blue badge is in process.
No worries.
Thanks for understanding. I know.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks again. Angela, how you doing today? Want me to leave the slides to you? There's just the forward back arrows there.
Good morning. So I've only seen a few craft talks, and Marty's was the first one. It was on Zoom. So, and they're all a little bit different, which I think is really awesome. So my name is Angela Robershotte. I was born on July 12th, 1972. These are my parents, Ginny and Mike. They met on the school bus. My dad lived on the Angel Ranch and my mom lived on the Dollar Ranch. And they met at 15 and were married for 56 years, I think. I have one brother. His name is Michael. And he lives in Eureka and has 2 daughters. I am a 4th generation Humboldt County person, and the top left is my dad's grandparents, Ray and Nellie, and my mom's grandparents are on the right. Sorry, gosh, Paul and Palmyra. My grandma and grandpa are on the bottom, and they're all there. When I was 7, we moved to Arcata, and this is how bad my parents did not want to live in McKinleyville. They still have that house, and it looks much different. Or the shape is the same, but they've done a lot of remodeling. And on the left, that's our chicken house, and it's actually still there. When I was younger, I participated in 4-H for many years and showed at the fairs, and I still have some sheep from my sheep project. I graduated from high school in 1991. After high school, I went to CR for a while, and then I went to Oregon for a couple years, and then came back and went to Humboldt. And I attended bar while I was in Humboldt. And then I graduated from Humboldt in 2002, and I gave Alistair McCrone a great big hug when I graduated. I have 2 sons. This is Anthony. He loves cooking and playing the piano and the guitar and the sheep. And he has a job working for Jane Fraser in Arcata, and he thinks that he wants to be in the medical field, but also is very interested in cattle right now, which is kind of alarming. Andrew just graduated from 8th grade on Wednesday, and he is a foodie as well, but he's very concentrated on health. And he likes to play with his go-kart and play basketball. And Andrew doesn't know what he really wants to do, but they both really love spending time with my mom and like gardening with her in the summertime. And they go fishing. They're actually going fishing this morning because school's out. The picture on the right, I told them that they had to eat everything that they killed. And so they had to eat some squirrel. We enjoy cooking. And of course, cocktails. And no. Anthony could probably make you a mean martini though. And being with our family. We love going to Trinity Lake together. I think I've spent every summer of my life at Trinity Lake. I currently work at Eureka Payments. Right out of college, I worked for a professional mortgage group as a loan officer assistant, and then became a loan officer for a while. And then I worked for a couple of different mortgage companies, and then went back to professional mortgage group for a while. I was divorced in 2012 and needed a job with not just commission. And so I went to work for American Ag Credit, which is where I met Walt. And I worked there for 3 years. And then I went to Eureka Payments. I was there for 3 or 4 years, went to Service Master for a year, and now I'm back at Eureka Payments. We live in Arcata. We still have sheep, and yesterday we sheared. That was really fun. But I have a favorite sheep. Her name is Gloria, Gloria likes to take selfies. So we have 2 dogs and sheep and chickens and cats, and we live next door to the house that was in the picture, next door to my parents. And these are just some pictures of the boys and I. Oh, here's the slide with the dogs and Gloria. Currently, I work with repayments. We might have gotten them out of order there a little bit. And we just sponsored a hole at the golf tournament. That was really fun. And then also we went to the other golf tournament for, what was the name of that golf? Yes. And so we were able to golf together. That was really fun. And this year, the things that are new is that I joined Rotary, and I went to Ireland with my friend Cece, and went to Italy with Chuck. So those are the new things that, let's see, let's go back up one. So one of the things that one of my passions that I really am interested in service group is large events and fundraising and organizing that type of thing, which is one of the things I did for American Ed Credit. And my degree is in recreation administration. And so it's that's one of the things that I really enjoy doing. So I look forward to that.
So, Angela, there's something about that last picture. There's a trip to Italy with Jeff. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Is that a Rotary man's? Happy for you guys.